Hi everyone, my name is Will. Thank you for tuning in to my channel today. Today we are going to be doing a collective energy reading for February 19th, 2023. So let's see what the energies are for today. So I hope everyone is having a great day. Hope everyone is having just a really good day. It's always nice to have those like really good days, because then it makes those days that aren't so good a little more tolerable, because you're like, well, I did have a really good day the other day, so even though today isn't the best, it's just the scales balancing. Yeah, I know this past week I've had a few days that haven't been the best, but I did have a few days that were like really good, and so it all just balances out. And you know, this being a double sorry, me being a double Libra, that is what I am all about. So as always, I do not accept any Archon, Reptilian, Demonic, or negative attachments. I only accept light and love in this space. And I would like to ask Archangel Michael's white light of protection over this tarot reading today. All right, so we have a few that popped out, and as always, I like to ask Spirit, wow, I can't speak today. I like to ask Spirit, what are the energies that we need to know today? What are the energies we need to know? Whoa, okay. So we have a few that popped out. So we have quite a few. And you know what? I'm just gonna stop it right there. And let's tackle these as they come. So we have the Queen of Swords that popped up first. So I feel like there is a lot of mental activity right now. You're having a lot of mental activity. You're seeing things from a bird's eye perspective. You are you're really contemplating the execution of something in your life. And I also feel like it may have to do with some new emotions that you're experiencing, you know. And you're trying to balance those emotions. You're really trying to balance those emotions. You're trying to balance the more masculine energy of being in your mind, you know, and being very analytical and being very very precise about like what you do and how you do it, okay? But you're balancing that with these new emotions, a very feminine energy of, you know, feelings, emotions, whatever that looks like to you. You're trying to balance the two. So we have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is a very balanced energy. He's very balanced in his masculine and feminine energies. He's obviously, you know, male, but he has a cup in one hand and a scepter in the other. So he's very balanced in his emotions, as well as his like analytical, like critical thinking, like very just the more masculine qualities. And that's not to say that you can't be feminine and have those qualities. We all have masculine and feminine energies, but feminine energy is more about feelings, emotions, whereas masculine energy is more cerebral, more like in your head. And that's why there's a lot of men that are not in touch with their emotions at all, not in touch with their feelings, and that, you know, shows up in a lot of negative ways in their life. So it's best to be balanced. It's best to be balanced, you know, just like you don't want to have someone who's extremely emotional all the time, you know, and, you know, that's not good either. That's not good to always be feeling emotions, because then you're like a raw nerve. That's not good either. I've had times in my life where I'm like that, and you know, it's not fun. It's not a fun feeling. It's not, and it's very hard to get stuff done because you're just all tied up in your emotions. But if you're too disconnected from your emotions, that's not healthy either. But with all that said, I feel like you're being very balanced in your masculine and feminine energy. You're being very balanced. I just wanted to clarify that because I did not want it to sound sexist or anything. It's just basic, you know, masculine and feminine energies. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. It doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine, we all have that within us. We all have that capacity. It's whether or not we're tuned in or connected to those energies in a healthy way. All right, so I feel like there's a union coming. Coming. So we have the Three of Cups. This one popped out next. So I feel like you are not. You're not in celebration about this union. Your feelings towards it are upside down. Let's see what else. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Cups. So needing to walk away from something. You may be walking away from this union because you just don't feel like it's a celebration. You don't feel like it's a celebration. So you're walking away because something is missing. Something is missing in this union. Stability is upside down right now as well. And action is upside down as well. Interesting. So I'm getting the picture here. I'm feeling like this may have to do with a job. I feel like you have been very methodical about what you're doing, and there are some new feelings and emotions that are coming up, and you're trying to be balanced. You're trying to be balanced in how you're thinking about the situation and how you feel about the situation. You're trying to be very balanced about it. You're trying to be the King of Cups. You're trying to have emotions in one hand and, you know, in action and in analytical, in being very analytical in the other. You're trying to do both. But this union is not what you thought it was going to be. This and it maybe, I'm getting it's a job. I'm getting this as a job. So maybe this new job is not, it's not working out okay? Because you have the six of wands in reverse. So you're not celebrating it. You're not celebrating this union. You feel like you need to walk away because something is missing. There's something missing in it. And I feel like you can feel like you can say that something is missing here because you are being very balanced in your emotions, in your critical thinking, in your analytical skills, and how you feel. You're balancing it. You are balancing it. You are being very balanced in yourself. So I feel like you're seeing where there are parts of this situation, parts of this job, parts of this that are just not working. Most of it's there, but not all of it. You're starting to see that. And I'm also getting that maybe you thought you would be able to like come in and like totally like transform everything. You were able to come in and just do an awesome job, and everyone would be like lifting you up on your shoulders, or lifting you up on their shoulders. Wow, that's kind of a strange turn of phrase. But it's not that situation. It's not the situation. Maybe it's because the expectations are so far removed from the actual job. Maybe they're too high of expectations for the job, and the resources that you have, like the resources aren't there for you to reach those expectations of this job. Because I'm getting this as a job. So something is missing. It may be triggering to your shadow self. It may be triggering. This is also in making you want to walk away, making you feel like you need to walk away. This is, in doing that, it's going to take your stability, all of this prosperity, stability, abundance, and it's turning it upside down. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. It's because you're trying to rationally move through this situation and honoring how you feel and your emotions in this situation. You're trying to balance both. I feel like it's causing you to be frozen in not taking action in this situation. I'm getting it's making you be like you don't know what to do. You want to leave, but you know if you leave, your prosperity is going to be upside down. It's not this new job, this new situation. It's not what you thought it was going to be. You thought it was going to be this, and it ended up being this. You're trying to be balanced. You're trying to maintain balance in your thinking and your emotional state. But it's causing you to freeze. It's causing you to freeze up in this situation. It's instead of you moving forward, the Chariot, moving forward, it's turning that upside down as well. Yeah, this is definitely not an ideal situation. This is definitely not an ideal situation. This is very much yeah. Is there any other messages, Spirit, that we need to know? And Spirit delivers. Okay, now I just want to preface this with this is not relationship advice, this is not job advice, this is not financial advice, this is not personal advice. This is just simply a tarot reading to read the energies that are in the ether right now on this planet. Now, this card popped up, which is the Six of Swords, which is walking away. Or not walking away, leaving, sorry, which is to leave. I'm not getting anything from these other cards. No. So, that was kind of a... That was kind of a very abrupt ending to this spread, just a little bit. Yeah. Well, you know what? I want to see what the energy oracle is, because again, this is not advice. I'm not telling you to leave the situation. I'm not telling you to leave the situation. I'm just saying what the collective energies are right now. We are constantly, with our choices and our decisions that we make every day, every second of every day, we are constantly jumping timelines. So, one decision that you make in the next, couple seconds can put you on a totally different timeline than, if you had made a different decision. So you can change your direction at any time. You can change the course of your life at any time. You have that power. You are the magician. You are the creator of your own reality. So you could leave this situation, and that would clear up some of the things, but it would also put into jeopardy some other ones. So like the Pentacles, it's going to affect your stability. But you will have righted this Chariot. You will have made it go from in reverse to upright. So you would have taken action, but that can cause other problems by you leaving this. So can I get an energy card for this spread today? Can I get an energy card for this spread? Wow, that just popped right out. Strategy. I feel like you need to come up with new strategy. This is in reverse. This came out in reverse. So I feel like you need to come up with a strategy. You don't have a strategy right now. Maybe you do need to leave the situation, okay? Maybe you do. Maybe you trying to stay balanced in this situation, trying to make it work, is not what you're supposed to do, okay? Maybe you are supposed to leave. Maybe you are supposed to leave this situation, but you don't have a strategy right now to leave the situation. You need to find strategy. You need to find a strategy. You need to figure out what your course of action is moving forward. Maybe this situation is salvageable. Maybe you need to leave a certain mindset. Maybe it's not even leaving this situation. Maybe it's leaving a mindset, okay? Because this is swords. So that's, thought and mental, activity. So maybe it's you having to leave a certain mindset behind in order for you to move forward in this situation. Maybe you need to take away those expectations of this, okay? Maybe you need to leave them behind because you're not going to get those results from this situation. You're not. But you need to come up with a strategy how to deal with this situation. You are doing very well in trying to stay balanced, but you can stay balanced all day long, but it doesn't mean you're actually taking action or moving forward on anything. It's good to stay balanced in your emotions and your actions and how you're processing situations and your mindset. Like, that's great, but it doesn't mean you're moving forward. But for you to move forward, you need to find a strategy, because right now you don't have one. And that just all flooded in. That all flooded in. I'm sorry if I kind of paused there and I was kind of like, that was kind of an abrupt ending, but I was just like, wow, this is very intense message today. But then all that came through. I love tarot readings. I really do. I love connecting with spirit. I love receiving these messages, and I thank you guys so much for watching and for, and for listening to these messages. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys. So, can I get a Keepers of the Light Oracle card today? What Keeper of the Light would best assist in this energy? They're all flying away from me. All right. Okay. Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So, we have all this sword energy, okay? Have all this sword energy. You get to choose how you move forward. What portal, what gateway you want to move forward. But that's going to require you coming up with a strategy, okay? How are you going to right this situation? Is it just simply changing your mindset? Do you need to change how you're processing the situation in order to go through a new gateway, okay? Because, like Horus says, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Remember, I was saying a few readings ago that it's amazing how fast, if you're in a negative mindset, negative things attract to you. But it takes time and conscious effort to manifest positive things in your life, because you have to build that. You have to consciously make the choice to be positive, to stay positive, to have a positive mindset in order to attract positive things in your life. It's a push and pull. It's just the natural push and pull of the universe, of the natural flow. And once you know that, then you are the magician and you can create whatever reality you want to create. So just know that. And in that last chunk that fell out, on the very bottom of the chunk was the magician. So that might have been the only card that Spirit wanted to include in this, but because the other ones I just wasn't getting. It was not, the energy wasn't there. All right, can I get a Spirit Animal Oracle card? All right. Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. Yeah, so that is so funny. Wow. This is so funny because I was just thinking today how a few little detours in my life over the last year and a half have completely changed everything. Not only how I look, but also like my interests, what I do, my job, my career, my financial situation. Like it's amazing how just a few little detours will take you in a whole different direction. But the silver lining to that is that you get to experience new things, and you get to learn things about yourself that you never would have learned about if you had stayed put when whatever situation, whatever energy that you were in before. So you may get detoured. This may, if you actually have to leave this situation, or if you need to just simply change your mindset, okay, your expectations, okay, in this situation, trust in the process. The universe is constantly working to move things for our good, for our own good. We need to remember that. We have Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. So making sure to show gratitude, even in a very uncomfortable situation, or in a situation that is not ideal at all, or literally just overnight everything just completely just turns upside down and you're just like, what the heck? Okay, and I have to show you guys this because I just saw this. So Coyote Spirit is card number 16, and Turkey Spirit is card number 61. So that is very, very interesting. Yeah, because the universe the universe watches our reaction to these detours in our life, whether they're small or they're large. The universe watches our response to them, because if we don't have the response that we're supposed to have to learn the lesson we're supposed to, then guess what? A similar situation or a similar circumstance will come back around and will give us a chance to have the correct response to the situation. So keeping that in mind. We have Otter Spirit. You are never alone. The universe is divine. You are divinely protected and guided by the universe. The universe has you, okay? Yes, these situations are not ideal, and they make us question, like, am I good enough? Is the problem with me? Like, what am I doing that is causing this to happen? And we put all of that emotion on ourselves, all that negative emotion on ourselves. And when we do that, we can feel very isolated and alone. Like, what did I do? Oh, I'm not good enough for this. Oh, I wasn't good enough for this job because it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. I thought it was going to turn out to. I thought it was going to be this, but it ends up being this. What's wrong with me? It can make you feel that way when that's not the lesson. That's not the purpose, or that's not the reason why this is happening in your life right now. But the universe has you. You're divinely guided and protected. And just because something doesn't work out does not mean that you're the reason it doesn't work out. It could just be that you just needed to learn a certain lesson. And these lessons that we learn here on planet Earth are lessons that we agreed to learn before we even incarnated here, before our souls incarnated on this earth, in these physical vessels. So we worked out what we wanted to learn, what experiences we wanted to have before we even came down here. Okay, so just keep that in mind too. Lion spirit, be generous of spirit. When these situations happen, it can make us want to like clamp down and like not spend, not give, not, go into that scarcity mindset. You gotta stay out of it. You're a lion. You're a lion. You may not feel like it, but you are. You are a lion. A lion, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it hasn't, if it hasn't gotten a kill all day. It's sitting out there all regal and watching the Sahara, and it's like watching the Serengeti, or I think that's Serengeti, not Sahara. Serengeti. It's watching the Serengeti. It's watching to see and waiting for that antelope, that zebra, to walk out there, so it can get its food for the day. Okay. It doesn't forget how regal and how important and how much worth that lion has. The lion does not forget that. Okay, just because it couldn't find a zebra, just because it couldn't find an antelope all day long, does not make it any less, because it sits out there and it's looking out at the Serengeti and it's watching. It knows its worth. It's just waiting for the opportunity. So don't forget that even if this is not a good situation, even if you have to leave the situation, it doesn't affect your worth. It doesn't affect who you are. Okay? Dove spirit, be peace. Be at peace. Be at peace. Don't allow a situation like this to take away your peace. Don't allow it to disturb your peace. I mean, yes, we're going to have stressful times. Yes, we shouldn't be obviously like in perfect bliss all the time. That's not realistic. That's not going to happen. It's not healthy to always be, but it shouldn't take away our inner peace, our inner stillness. We can have stuff that, and crap that goes on all day around us, and it can stress us out at times, but we can still maintain that inner peace. So be that peace. Be that peace of the dove. Doves are very peaceful. They are very peaceful creatures. You just watch them and they just coo and they just, like they're just at peace all the time. All right, one last card and we will close this out. All right, can I get one more card? Can I get one more card? Spirit's making me work today. All right. Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Okay. I feel like if this is a job situation, relationships are very important. So make sure that you are around people that are going to help you moving forward. If this is a job situation, if there is a lot of negative stuff happening, if there is like a lot of, like backstabbing, backbiting, like it's just gossipy and just not a good environment, then you really need to ask yourself, is it really in my highest good to be in this environment and have to have these relationships? Because even if you don't like somebody, even if you don't want to be around somebody, if you're in a situation where you have to work with them, then that is a relationship on some level that you have with that person. But is that relationship really serving your highest good? Is that person stabbing you in the back every time you turn around? Is that person, spreading untrue stuff about you? Are you having to fight to correct? Are you having to fight to correct the record every time you go into work? Because this person just won't get over feeling the need to screw you over. Like, because it may be one person, but it's affecting your whole job. It's affecting how you feel. It's affecting how, not that it matters what people think of you, but it also affects, like, because if your boss is being told that you're not doing all this stuff, and then every day you have to come in and fight, to correct the record and stuff, if he's a good boss, he's gonna know who the problem is, and he's going to correct it. He or she does not matter. I do not mean any offense by that. He or she is going to know, and they will correct the problem, or just give, like, a grain of salt to whatever that person is saying about you because they know the truth. Or if they're not a good boss, then they're going to take everything that person says as the gospel truth and think that you are doing all this stuff. That is not a relationship that's for your highest good, because if you have to go in and you have to fight for yourself every day, that puts you in a low vibration. That puts you where, in that scarcity mindset, it's going to take away your peace, okay? It's going to take away your peace. It's going to take away your generosity. It's going to make you feel like you are all by yourself. And it's going to eat away. It's going to eat away at your showing appreciation and gratitude for things in your life. It's going to eat that away, because you're going to be in such a low vibration that you're not going to be able to recognize things that, good things that do happen to you, because, just throughout the day, because you're in such a low vibration. Like, it just doesn't even. So make sure that you are watching out for those relationships in your life, whether that's at work, at home, in your personal life, in your private life, in your public life. Watch out for those relationships. Yeah. Yep. I feel like that's the message today. It's a very intense message. And that last card, that Six of Swords, that was a very abrupt ending, but I'm glad that the Oracle cards helped fill out the message a little bit more and give more clarity to the situation. That is always helpful, not only for me, the reader, but also for you guys who are listening to this message, wanting to know what the energies are, and it helps with you being able to resonate with the message as well. So thank you, Spirit, thank you for this message today. And thank you guys for watching. You guys have an awesome day. Much light and love to all of you. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I make a video. And make sure to comment and let me know how you like this video and if it resonated with you. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day. Much light and love to all of you. Bye.